And especially these smoke brushes, you don't want to use them and just cover your whole image with smoke. Hey yo, today is a special day for me. Well, it's actually a special day for us. If you've been following me for a while, you know I love Photoshop, and one of the things that I use a good amount in Photoshop are these smoke brushes. For most of my earlier shots, I had been using smoke brushes that I purchased from other editors that I saw online, but the time came for me to make my own brushes. So I did. This year I've been experimenting with different styles of brushes, and I finally made a few that I really like. I'm referring to them generally as smoke brushes, but they're not all smoke. It's more of like a haze and fog style. At least that's how I use them. So let's check them out. First off, for most brushes, and especially these smoke brushes, you don't want to use them at 100% opacity and just cover your whole image with smoke, unless that's actually the scene you're going for. Most of the time, it's going to be a subtle upgrade to your image. In my recent picture of Plo Koon, here's the image with the smoke brushes, like this is the final image. And so with all the same editing, but without the smoke brushes, this is what it looks like. So with, without, without the smoke, the image is still there. It's solid, but to me, the smoke adds that texture and flow that brings the picture to life. The primary way I use them is grabbing the color of the light and just brushing them on. So on a new layer, I want to add it around this blue lightsaber. So I'm going to select that blue and just brush. The fog brushes are the ones I use the most, and they start off at a low light flow. So if you wanted it to be thicker or brighter or whatever, then you can just keep brushing it on. So once you're done, you can lower the opacity so it doesn't dominate your image. When I'm using these smoke brushes, I'll hardly ever just use white. So whether I'm adding it around a light in the image, like the lightsaber for example, or even when it comes to this droid here in this foreground area, I'll select a color that's already in the image and then I'll brush on top of that, just so it blends in and it looks more real. What brushes come in the set? I decided to make 6 brushes. You will definitely have your favorites and ones that you go to all the time, but I decided to throw in a couple extra like bonus ones just to have, and you might find a cool use for them for certain shots. The first 2 brushes that you see are going to be fog brushes. So they might look the same at first, but there is a slight difference. The third one on there, I'm calling it a frost brush. This one's definitely more of a bonus one, but I really do like the texture it adds. I see it more of like a snow in motion mixed with fog. I haven't used this in a picture yet, but I know I will with some winter snow shots that I have coming up. And the last 3 that you're gonna see are all smoke brushes. These ones are thicker than the fog and they look more like smoke. You could use them the exact same way as the fog. It'll just be a little thicker. Or you can use them more literal with making smoke designs, whether it's over a campfire or like after a pistol fire. What if I don't have Photoshop? If you don't have Photoshop, I did make them as overlays also. That way you can pretty much use them on any photo editor. With your photo editor open and the image that you want to use, you just throw it on top of your image, and all you need to do is change the blending mode to screen. And boom, that eliminates all the black. Obviously, you won't have as much control. It starts off as white, but if your editor has a color adjustment, you can change the color to whatever you want. And if you need to make it bigger, like resize it, you can. Maybe you just want like a little piece. You can erase some of it, mask it. So I kind of just did some generic images that you're able to just apply, screen, boom, some smoke. Where can I get the brushes? I made a website, and on the website, there's a store tab and you can purchase them. For this first week, I will have them $1 off as an early bird release. I wanted them to be cheap enough for anyone to just buy it, but also if you like me a little bit, it's all helping support the channel as well. How do I install the brushes? After purchasing, you should be downloading a zip file, and when you open it, you see all of this. The brush files are the .abr ones. And in Photoshop, you see your brush tab, you select that hamburger icon, and then you select import brushes. Boom, the brushes are ready to go. If you do get these brushes, let me know what you think, and if you use them in your photos, tag me. Create and inspire. Peace.